A strong display of support at the State House today for those protesting against police brutality in America. Elected officials from every level of Massachusetts government used their voices and silence to send a message. CBSN Boston's Christina Hager joins us from the State House live now. Christina?
Well, Paula, some powerful messages here on the steps of the State House today. This was organized by the Massachusetts Black and Latino Legislative Caucus, joined by some elected officials of color, to push for reforms after the death of George Floyd and other innocent Black Americans. It started with a gathering at the African Meeting House a couple hours ago and then moved with a march to the State House here. There were 8 minutes and 46 seconds of silence to signify the amount of time that Floyd was pinned down by police when he died. And then some of the speakers, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley and Suffolk District Attorney Rachael Rollins.
The reason why there is a racial wealth gap in Boston is because of laws. Discriminatory, draconian laws. So if hurt and harm have been codified in lawmaking, then healing and justice should be codified in lawmaking.
Law enforcement is the only branch of our government, which all of our taxes pay for, that they have the right to kill, to use legal, lethal force without any oversight. They don't have to stop and call a hotline. They don't have to do anything. And then it's the D.A.s that come in afterwards, the ones that at least have a spine, and see whether that shooting was justified or reasonable. So I am not only going to let you yell at law enforcement right now, because my job is just as equally as important, and you have seen an epic failure of prosecutors across the country in not standing up and holding people accountable.
So a lot of emotional words you heard there, but this group also laid out a pretty specific plan in the form of a congressional resolution with 4 points. It would call for better oversight and independent investigations in cases of police profiling and police brutality. Also for the Department of Justice to investigate more in those individual cases. It also calls for an all-civilian review board to do investigations in such cases. And finally, it calls for unbiased policies in all levels of law enforcement across the country. So Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley says she's already been working on this congressional resolution on the House side. When it comes to the Republican-controlled Senate, she says she is not necessarily as confident that there will be change. That is the latest here from the State House. Christina Hager, WBZ News.